What's happening, YouTube? Chief J here. I told myself it wouldn't happen to me. I told myself I wouldn't catch it. I thought I was immune. No, I don't have Ebola. Ebola! I've caught the, I don't know what you want to call it, the modification sickness. I want to do all these things to my DRZ. For a while I told myself, I'll do little parts here and there and kind of customize things to my liking. I mean, I think I installed my first aftermarket. I bought this DRZ, I should say, I bought this DRZ bone stock. And I thought to myself, I'll, do a couple things here and there. And I bought some little parts here and there, like, the hand guards and the bar end mirror to replace the stock mirrors. And, some things like that. And then it became, I'll redo my bars over here because my stock ones were a little rusty, so wanted to do that. And, we'll change out that front fender because the stock one looks like a shovel. So I did that, and, the tail on the bike, the stock DRZ huge rear fender looks ugly, so we'll put a tail tidy on there. And, but it's harmless, it's parts that cost, aside from the bars, they cost like $50 and under, so that's not too bad, right? And then I saw a full Yoshimura exhaust system on Craigslist for a price that I just couldn't pass up.
So it begins.
And if you know anything about the DRZ, you know that means you gotta rejet it and all that stuff. Except there's another option to rejetting, which is what's called the, if you guys know DRZs, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can, basically the stock carburetor on a DRZ, it's a 36mm Mikuni vacuum carb. You can rejet that and, it'll improve it and all that, but there's only so much you can do with it. Or, the other thing you can do is you can buy an FCR MX flat slide carb. A 39mm. It's just a better carburetor overall, but it's like $500 to $600. So yeah, until recently I was like, I'll just rejet the stock carb and be happy with that, and I'm not satisfied with that anymore. I'm gonna get the FCR, which is pretty expensive. I'm gonna have the full system exhaust, which I'm gonna do the 3x3 mod. So yeah, it's happening, guys. And then every day it seems like I come up with something new. I did a little project, for those of you that know me on feed, I did a little project over the weekend with the Florida Viking. He came over and helped me out with just a minor little, the $15 skateboard axle sliders, skateboard wheel axle sliders. I did those. And another little mod of mine that's, I don't know, I'm sure somebody else has done it, but I haven't seen anybody else with it, so it may be a first, I don't know. So I did that. I'll show you guys that in a later video. But yeah, guys, so I have a dire warning. If you buy, I mean, I suppose this goes to some extent for any motorcycle, but especially if you buy something like this where it's just so easy to mod. I mean, you can just, there's always stuff you want to do to it. If you buy that, expect to, but when all is said and done, I'm probably going to have the money I bought this bike for doubled just in aftermarket parts, and that's considering I do all the labor myself. So, I don't know, why don't you guys tell me about your mods, tell me about what you want to do to your bike, what you have done to it, and all that kind of stuff, because it's cool, man. Bikes, I mean, there's some car guys that do it, but it's almost everyone with a bike has done, you know, some form of mod to it. You know, they've done something to make it their own. And that's really cool. I love that, you know. It's one of my favorite things about bikes. So yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm crazy for doubling the money that I paid on this bike just in aftermarket parts? Because that's what it looks like I'm gonna end up doing. I bought this bike for a little under $3 grand, and when all is said and done, I might not have doubled it, but I'm gonna have at least one and a half times over, or half a time over. Math is not my strong suit, as you guys can see. Anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little about that, and yeah, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on mods and see what kind of crazy stuff you guys have come up with. Because by the time I'm done with this little thing, if everything goes the way I think it will, it's gonna be sweet. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Then I went with moto tripping to the crew, and that was the part where I almost died many times. I shouldn't say died. I don't think I came close to any serious bodily harm. Define hairy.
You don't want to crash at all.
Like what'll happen if I crash?
You get hurt.
I don't know.